What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan. I got a trade idea today. Academy Sports. ASO went public back in October, about $13. Last trade, $31. Retail sports store. Let's go look at the options, guys. So ASO, I just did a trade right here, the 25 strike puts. A little pricey, 100% vol, but it's 3 times since its IPO price about 5 months ago. So I understand why vol is elevated. I just purchased, I did not purchase. I am trying to purchase 10 of these for a price of $1.50. It looks like I got filled 7 out of 10, still working 3. 150 bid for 10. Let me explain why. Let me explain how I found this trade. See if it resonates with you. Now, at Masters in Trading, we created our own unusual options activity tool. There's a lot of scans going around in the background, 20 plus scans, and then it's being audited by a neural network, and it's sharing the top 10 names that we believe have a high probability of outperforming their implied volatility. The implied volatility is the market's volatility. So over the last 30 days, only looking between stocks 5 to 25, the top 10 are below. Top 10 stocks between 5 and 100 are right here. And then top 10 overall for the past 30 days. And then we have some charting down below. Now ASA or ASO, if I go to short term, we only pick up 2. Now this is our top 10 list, but our scans are strict. So we only have 2 stocks that meet the criteria in our given scans. So if we go further out to 60 days, yeah, no problem finding 10, that's easy. But when we go super short term, it's more difficult because these names are just popping up. ASO, Cara, ASO, SAP, PayX. I want to look more at ASO. So looking at ASO is probably best using a different example. So we can let's use Viacom. So if I put in Viacom stock went from 40 to 100 back to 40. It's been absolutely crazy. But if we scroll down, Viacom just crazy, like as much unusual options activity as we've seen, but it's been going on for so long. Yeah, there's a little bit now and then, but the real meat of it was over here. What I like about ASO, and Viacom is the other end of the spectrum, but what I like about ASO is if I put ASO in and we scroll down, this is what I like. It's just popping up. It's just popping up. And so I don't think it's going to be Viacom. I don't think it's going to be Discovery Network, but we like to think where there's smoke, there's fire. April 5th, March 29th, it looked like there was a little cluster back here between March 8th to March 10th. Same thing here, March 8th, March 9th, March 8th, March 9th, March 10th, and then again, they start all over again. I think it'll be helpful. Let's look at the chart and see what kind of behavior we had between March 8th to March 10th. Okay, here we have you on just a basic chart. This is what we call our high value target tool. This is just a 21-day moving average of the historical volatility. 3 standard deviations, 4 standard deviations. We just want to look how ASO is trading relative to its historical volatility. And then we get buy and sell signals. But if I go back to that March 8th, 9th, 10th, this is March 5th, March 8th. Okay, so March 8th right here goes from 25 up to 29, right back down to 24. So pretty significant movement in there, but it never really broke out of any kind of range. Then we break out of a range, and this kind of feels like a short squeeze to me. Maybe the short squeeze is done. Maybe it has time. Short squeezes have become pretty unpredictable, I think we could say, after seeing GAME and AMC. But nevertheless, I like ASO because it's just coming up on the wiretapper. Hourly, we're getting some sales. Daily, since it's IPO, we're not getting any sales yet because it has to come back and close under the 4 standard deviation. But on the weekly, it looks like they've given us a sell signal. And you can see this freaking thing has just gone parabolic. Probably a short squeeze, most definitely a short squeeze. As I've done some research about this name, ASO, I realized that not a technology company. They're not involved in Ethereum or blockchain or solar or gas or anything that's flying around. They're just a bunch of retail stores. 246 of them to be exact. Owned by KKR and Company. These guys have a $44 billion market cap. So here's what I think's going on. I think private equity is just hazing retail traders. Maybe they got a game on hands and it rallies. I doubt it. I think they're going to come in and sell a ton of stock because when a company goes public, they sit down with investment bankers and come up with a fair value. Where do they think they can get some people to buy the stock? Hey, what about if we price it at 13, 14? I think we can get some demand on our stock. At least that's what it says from the roadshow that we just went on. Okay, let's price it at 15. 15. Rally, rally, rally. There is some demand. 3 times that demand? No effing way. Because you know what they would have done? 6 months after the IPO? They would have gone back in time and said, hey, our company is not really a $15 company. Our company is a $30 company. And they would have went public with a much larger, 3 times higher market cap. They didn't. This stock, in my opinion, is going to go lower. I love that it's showing up in the wire tapper. If I go back to the options, you can see that I got filled. $1.40 bid now at $1.55. I am long a 10 lot. I'm long from $1.50. By the time you watch this, if this trade interests you, most likely going to get in at even better levels than me. How am I going to manage this position? Great question. I'm going to manage this position because right now I have $1,500 of risk, $1,500 of risk. I've already committed and made the decision that I don't care about this money. If ASO rallies to 100, I'm going to lose $1,500. That is a bet that I'm willing to make. I'm willing to risk $1,500 thinking that if it goes to 20, I could possibly make 5 times, 7 times, 8 times on my investment. That's how I'm looking at this. It's a fixed amount of risk that I can never lose more. If they allow me to buy these for 60 cents or 50 cents 10 days from now or 20 days from now, I most likely will because I'll want to cost average this position. But otherwise, I am holding for 44 days. Reggie Jackson. I'm holding for 44 days or until I can take off a really handsome profit. Hope it helps. My name is Jonathan Rose and I'm the owner of Masters in Trading.